Hi guys, welcome to this conversation. Welcome to this conversation, of which I want us to have a very candid conversation on how to go about this 1 week remaining. Only 1 week remaining, so how do we go about it? That is, of course, the conversation that I want us to have, looking at everything. We put everything in a very open manner, right? How will you go about this 1 week? You can say 1.5 weeks remaining, right? For now, you should go about your exams. So first of all, I want to talk about this 1 week. I know majority of you guys will be taking, of course, your leave. And as you'll be taking off your leave probably on the last week, that is where you're going to give it all, right? You're going to give all the best that you can give to prepare for these exams. But the question would be, how smart will you be in preparing, of course, for these exams? And these are conversations that I want us to have, of course, today and majorly on this video, right? So let me start with you've not been studying all through the semester, right? Because there are those students who have not been studying all through the semester. They always believe that last week is a week that is going to make a lot of difference. You're starting exams on summer starting from 2nd December, right? So reality, we're looking like at 12 days. You're doing 6 papers, or maybe you're doing 3 papers, yeah? And these are when you want to put all the effort that you wish to put, right? So my advice would be, like, reality, you can't go all through the topics with this remaining period. That is a fact, and we can just agree, in reality, you can't go all through the topics. Like, say, for example, FM, we have almost like 13 topics. So about maybe a FAR, we have 7 topics, yes, but they're a bit wide, right? So what is the best strategy that you can do with these say like 12 days, starting from today? And you'll see a lot of difference. Number one, in every paper that you're doing, use this strategy, okay? Identify at least 2 questions in each topic. Identify at least two questions in each topic. This is the greatest weapon that you can use with the remaining period of time. We're looking at reality, right? You can't go all through the topics as of now. Like, you want to start studying deep or learning deep. So number one, I want you to approach it in a manner that take 2 questions in each topic that you're doing. At least have 2 questions. So how will you go about these 2 questions? These 2 questions, identify them randomly. And of course, for those who are doing December exams, focus on majorly from 2021 backwards. Yeah, focus on questions from 2021 backwards. The advice that the secret that Mwalimu is giving us, right? Focus on at least 2021 backwards. Identify these questions, at least 2 questions in each topic. Try to attempt this question on your own without relying on any revision kit. Without relying on any revision kit. Just try to attempt the question. In the event that you find a challenge, don't hesitate. All you need to do is just to go on what? Just to go on your notes. So long as, of course, you're having a clear, updated notes, just go to your notes. Try to work them out to the last bit. Make sure you've attempted these questions to conclusion and you've managed to gather clear concepts. Do these 2 questions in each topic, in every unit that you're doing. After that, you relax. That is computation that you handle. Then when it comes to theory, because right now you should understand that theory, we know very well is a fact that more so for computation, theory will cover at least 30 to 40%. That's a fact that you know. Theory part will cover at least 30 to 40%. So what is the best way of working out this theory? the beauty part in these old Kasneb have always been doing, right? They have always repeated this question. So what you have to do, of course, you'll argue that they are wide. That is the truth. Yeah, theory part is a bit wide. So what we normally tend to do for our case, we normally tend to share the theory Q&A summary, which will help you actually. So what I'm going to do, actually, I should have done this when I was starting. I want to share the Zoom link right now. For those who are interested with theory, you can simply join. You can join using the link that I've shared. Request, of course, the theory that you're doing. If at all I'm having it right now, I'll share with you on your inbox. That is a Zoom inbox. In the event that maybe you want it later, you can just WhatsApp us on the number below. This we're going to share for free. We're not going to charge you anything by the way for this theory part. I've just shared our number on. I've just shared our number on the chat. For those who are interested with the theory question and answers, that is purely theory from whichever or any unit that you're doing. Just request either you can join the link, you can join this live with the link that I've shared on the chat, or you can reach us out on the number indicated below there. So we're going to share this theory Q&A, and I believe this theory Q&A, it is a summary of any theory that you can expect. Of course, out of probably whatever that you'll be doing, but many a times you'll find that the theory document that I'm going to share with you guys, it will really help you a lot as you prepare for your exams, of course. Then the other methods or the other strategy, I think I've shared with you so many times. So kindly just avoid that aspect of being anxious. And if at all you're able to avoid the aspect of you being anxious, you find that handling this will be very easy. Handling, of course, these question parts in terms of with this remaining period. Again, I'll also want to share with you about how good or how well can you prepare, of course, when it comes to matters with theory questions, not even theory questions, but the theory units. I understand that there is a common mistake that a lot of students have always been doing, more so when it comes to theory. This mistake has always been like you get a student handling a theory question, and the mistake that this person will be doing will be answering more so in paragraph form. This cuts across any theory that you're doing. Should it be for computation part? Should it be for a unit theory part? One mistake that a lot of students they normally tend to do, of course, it is to answer these questions using paragraph. That's the biggest mistake that you'll always be like, I've not passed this theory yet. It seems to be very easy. What might have happened? You'll find that the best way to answer this theory part, of course, it is always for you to answer them in pointer form. When I'm talking about pointer form, that is to say, what you do, you give the main point, then try explain it below. You give the main point, try explain whatever that you want to explain below. In that event, you'll find that you're going to create a very good impression, of course, to this marker. And in that case, you're going to earn a lot of points. I think I'd shared about that so many times ago. I've been sharing that so many times ago. So, of course, you can literally check what we've been sharing in regard to the same. Then comes to a matter of preparing, of course, for these, of course, for next semester exams. We'll find that many times I've always advised that it's always good to start early preparation, right? I know right now you'd be like, maybe you're looking at as if April is too far. And you want to do, of course, you want to do maybe 6 papers. Or maybe at this point you are in intermediate or you are in advanced level, you're just taking like 3 papers. Regardless of what you do, the other 3 papers, you must clear them, right? So my advice will always be like, if at all you're planning to do your exams in April, right? For those who are planning to do the exams in April, believing that all of us, of course, depending with the outcome, we must just do exams in April, right? It's always good to start early, because let us look at it very factual. Like, assuming you want to start in January, which is okay. We're looking at January, Feb, March. You're having exams in April. So literally you're looking at 3 months. And for those students, because there are those students actually who have joined us and they're doing the exams in April, how do you go about the same? You having access to the recorded version, it will help you to be studying in advance. So that even when you start the semester, of course, in January, you'll have at least you'll have gone through the whole content. Because fact is, whatever that whatever that was taught this semester, it is exactly the same thing that will be taught next semester. Only that with an addition of what? Maybe the questions that have been tested on the previous semester, that is. So if at all, use a strategy of starting early. At this point, don't worry about the resources. Don't worry about the resources. Of course, we'll always communicate about that. So just take the chance, because April is not far. We are praying so much to God that He should give us good health and life. And of course, in April, we have to do the same exams. So early preparation is always the key. You just, whatever that you can do, at least make sure that you start preparing early. Then, of course, in addition to the same, maybe before I go to the last bit, I know with this remaining time, some of you, you'll be like, I can't, not notice, but maybe it is too late for me to invest in my revision. It is too late for me to invest in my revision. No, it is not too late. And let me share with you this, which I believe it will help you the way it has helped those students who are joining when the month was beginning and they are literally very empty. So we have a model which will assist you very well. We have a model which will assist you very well. Like this model, Florence, I've seen your text. I'm going to share. Advanced. You're requesting for Q&A or a block model paper. Florence, what are you requesting? Q&A, theory, or a block model paper? Florence, you just texted. Maybe you can be specific with what you're requesting, because you're having we do have block model papers and we do have a revision Q&A, which will help you a lot. So be specific again with what you're requesting. So this is what you're saying, that at this point you might be like, why should I invest and yet I've remained with only 1 or 10 days to exams? The beauty part with you doing this, as I've mentioned on the first case when you're starting, you'll see the difference. Let me share this with you so that at least you can get what Mwalimu is talking about here. Okay? We have our package, which we've literally given you guys. In this case, of course, focus is on, of course, I'll be talking about the other courses later on. Our focus, maybe you are doing this CPA. Yes, there is coursework, which we've agreed that as at now, in reality, with the 10 days remaining, you can't go all through the coursework. And that's why we have the revision package here. That is our, if at all you want to create your account, just go to app.mdarasa.com, app.mdarasa.com. Then you can literally create your account, believing that creating an account is very easy. We should just follow the step. Then you have this area of revision. See this area of revision? Let me show you guys this area of revision. I know it will make a lot of difference. Of course, the prices will be adjusted. Don't worry about whatever that is being indicated there. So we have a device key areas of revisions that we literally assist you guys a lot more. So when it comes to, of course, this revision for, of course, December exams. So for example, like maybe you're doing financial management. Whatever that we've done in financial management, we have 3 block model papers. We have model paper 1, model paper 2, model paper 3. These questions have literally been curated in a sense that we are covering the basic concepts. In addition to covering the basic concepts, there are some areas that we are quite familiar that might be tested probably in December exams. So the revision has been made in that we are not just doing things haphazardly. No, the strategy that we've used in curating these block model papers, or rather our revision, is that we handle the basic areas in a unit. After handling the basic areas in a unit, then of course we cover some specific areas that we think, based on our analysis, that these are areas that might be tested. See? So this is how we've arranged our work. The same case will apply to all the same case will apply, of course, to all the other revisions. The same case if you go to, say, like financial reporting. So financial reporting, the way I was with that model of telling you guys, like we do what? We do 2 questions in each and every topic. So the same model we've used in financial reporting, whereby the 2 questions, which have literally covered almost everything that we are handling. So using this model, it will really assist you a lot. So I know at this point, as majority of you are saying, like only 10 days remaining. Mwalimu, how will you go about this? I know the prices here we are charging, as you can see there. But if at all you are going to prove you followed us, more so on this video, so long as you're going to prove that you followed on this video, with these 10 days that are remaining, guys, you're going to get a discount of 1,000 shillings. So instead of you paying the 2,500, you're going to pay 1,500 per unit. For each unit that you're taking, that is, you must prove that you have watched what? You have watched this video. I don't know how you're going to prove, but just prove that you followed this video. And for each revision package that we have prepared here, you're going to get it at 1,500. And this is something that will make a lot of difference. That one, I'm very sure. That one I can assure you. That is going to make a lot of difference. So as you are heading to your exams with the 10 days, just a matter of you, of course, approaching the way Mwalimu has told us, the way Mwalimu has guided us on the best strategy that we should always tend to do, we should always tend to use. And in that case, me, I believe when your results, or when you'll be facing the exams, I know you'll be very, very happy. That one I can assure you. I know you'll be very, very happy. Yeah, so to this point, I think I've shared with you a lot of the concepts on how you are supposed to prepare for your exams. Don't tense, yeah? Just take it like any other exam, yeah? So what if it is Kasneb, right? So what if it is Kasneb? Just take it like any other exams, and me, I believe that using the strategies that we've shared, you're going to be happy. So I don't know how you're going to prove that you watched this video for you to earn that discount of 1,500 per unit, but you have to prove you've watched this video for you to earn that. So maybe as I am concluding, as I've told you, key pointers, 2 questions in each and every topic that you're doing. From today, approach like you can't study everything practically. Just do 2 questions in each and every topic. Another pointer is that for theory part, those who are doing theory part, number 1 is that don't answer in paragraph form. Don't answer in paragraph form. Yeah? Don't answer in paragraph form. Always answer on pointer form. That will really help us a lot. Then, of course, the other key pointer that we said, on these 10 or 12 days that have remained for you to do for your exams, if you proved you watched the video where I've just guided you guys how to get the block revision that we prepared, number 1, what you need to do, right? You just go, of course, to your browser. Let me show you, because I've said that I'm going to guide you the same, how to create your account, so that after this, you'll not be like, oh, Mwalimu, I failed to create my account, or I don't know how to create my account. So just follow these simple steps. I think I've shared with you guys. Let me share again. Just follow this simple step, okay? On your browser, yeah, just go and do app.mdarasa.com. app.mdarasa.com. See, app.mdarasa.com. On that case, of course, you will be requested, of course, to create your account, whereby it is easy, right? You just come create your account. You follow all the procedure of creating your account. After you've created your account, the aspect of company and professional, these are simply these are not compulsory, they are optional. Then you just agree to the terms, you create your account. After you're done, you just come and log in directly, of course. You just come and log in at this point. Come and log in. So once you've logged in, the procedure will be how to get access to, or rather how to go to the revision. So after logging in, we have all these areas. So you just go to, if at all you're doing CPA, just go and click Get Started. Come and click Start Learning. On starting learning, we have coursework, we have revisions. As I've said, at this point, our main area is to concentrate on revisions. Come and click revisions. On the app, is showing 2,500, but as I've said, we are going to give you at 1,500 per unit. I don't know how you are going to prove that you watched this video. That is another pointer, right? The last pointer that I've said is that those who are interested with number one, theory Q&A. As I've said, don't text us like, Mwalimu, I want the whole theory. No, I've specifically said theory, question, and answers for your revision purposes. You can reach us out on the number that I've just shared on our chat. This one you're going to share purely for free. We're going to share totally for free. They will help us a lot. To that point, I think you guys will be very well prepared for your exams. And I know after your exams, all of us, you'll be having something to say that, Mwalimu, you really help us. Mwalimu, you really help us. So maybe as we are concluding, I'll open the floor to any question. Anyone who wishes to have any question or maybe wants a clarification to ask. For those who have joined the chat, you can go to the chat. For those who have joined the Zoom, you can ask questions. I can see John, you've joined Zoom. John, you having any question that you want to ask Mwalimu? Any question? It's literally open. Any question? You can simply unmute, you ask a question. Wilva, question?
Okay, good afternoon. Thank you. I think now this is the first time I'm joining this online, though I've been following you up on YouTube, and the content has really helped me a lot, especially now that I'm doing the intermediate level. So my question is, when you are handling maybe during the exam, is it in order to start with the theory part, or is it in order to start with the calculation part when handling a paper? So now we know also these two parts take different time. So you may find that someone is focusing on the calculations part, which eats a lot of time. By the time you realize that there is a theory question that you need to answer, you find that you don't have time. But also again, you can start with the theory part. Then again, you find when you go to the calculations part, you don't have time to do the calculations.
Okay.
So what is your advice?
Great, very good question. So Omondi, these are always my advice in such a case. So I'm going to advise you based on the theory part and of course based on the calculation part. So anytime you are dealing with more so calculation part, number one, always never start with question number one. Question number one, let me tell you, okay, I know some will be unhappy for me sharing this secret, but it's okay. So question number one will be set in a way that you'll always find that we have A, B, C, and D. So part A of the question, it will be very easy, meaning that karibu kwa mtihani. So in this case, you'll find that question number one, say part A, it is something that will invite you to these exams. Part B, a bit, basically a bit moderate, which you can always maneuver and answer a question. Part C of the question, that is where the exam has been designed in a way that you should waste a lot of time. you should waste a lot of time. So the best way to do is that you're not supposed to start with, or rather, they ask, like, if I told you you're supposed to start with theory or computation part. No, the best strategy will always be like the moment you have that paper, the moment that question paper has been set, of course, on your table, the first thing that you need to do is always to pray, right? To kill all the spirit of confusion and the rest. Because of that, I know you'll be very anxious. Yeah. At that point, the first thing, just pray to kill all the spirit of confusion and the rest. Then after you've done with that, the theory part, identify all the questions that has a theory. And all these questions that have theory, always sketch. You see, like, say, for example, you found part A. Let me do this. Let me share my board so that I can work, so that I can show you very well. Just a moment. That question, I know majority of the students I know could be having that same question, which this is a secret that you'll always have. Just a moment here. I want to share my board so that all of us can get to know or get to understand what Mwalimu is saying here. So what I'm going to do, let me share my video in terms of our board. As I'm answering, only the rest can be preparing, of course, some of the questions that you might be having, so that I can answer all of them today. So these exams, of course, you must pass by fire, by force. So we have it here. So let me share. Let me do this. So this should always be the secret only. This is what Mwalimu is saying. But at any given point, you have a question that is being tested. You'll find that they'll be, say, like part A of the question, part B of the question, part C of the question. Maybe you've been asked of the theory part. So the best way to save time, as we've seen, number one, you have to pray first. After you've done that, they have asked question A. Don't go straight on answering the question. You can be putting some sketches there. You see, maybe they have asked you, say, like, what are the advantages of technology in finance? In that case, when your mind is fresh, be putting your points there. You see, you are putting them in terms of what? In terms of sketches. You're putting them in terms of sketches. You're putting them in terms of sketches. Do this in all the theory questions, in all the theory part they have been asking. Do this in all the theory part. Put some sketches. Put some sketches as you proceed. Trust me, this you can do within the first 10 minutes or 15 minutes. You're not wasting time. What you're doing, actually, you're saving a lot of time. After you're done with that case, go to a question that you've identified, the one that you can do easily. Agreeing that you're not starting with question number one. So in that case, do it in that, now go to the calculation part. On the calculation part, say, for example, when you're doing, because we have two forms of computation, we have the quantitative, and we have, of course, what you normally refer to as the statement papers. So for quantitative, in this case, we have like FM, we have, say, FM, we have maybe QA. You see, these are the quantitative papers. For quantitative papers, once you've seen a question, if possible, you've gone through a question, what you can do, the first thing, so long as you remember the formula, just do what? Put the formula. Write the formulas in all the questions that requires, of course, the formula. That is for quantitative. When it comes to the statement paper, remember that point, you've not even started working it, you just identify the question. For statement papers, they are always very easy to handle. How? What you need to do is, if at all they have asked you to prepare income statement, the secret and the weapon that will help you a lot is, do you have the format at the back of your mind? If you have the format right at the back of your mind, what you can do, copy paste exactly the way the format is at the back of your mind. That is consolidation, copy paste consolidation. That is income statement, or rather maybe they've asked you of say like a statement of financial position, copy paste everything the way it is, the statement format. So after that case, for statement, start with all direct entries. Don't bother with the workings only. Don't bother with the workings. You put all the direct entries that you can see. Put all the direct entries that you can see. For that case, you'll find that after you're done with that simple analysis, that might take you like 20 to be practical, like 25 minutes in an exam situation. You've not even started the first question. Trust me, when you be starting your first question, already you have designed your structure, and that structure has handled almost every question. That is from question number 1 to question number 5. After you've done that, now come whatever that you're putting in sketches, put them now in full. Put them now in full. Go to a question. You have your formula right. Try to handle the question that you can handle, so long as you're making sure you're not taking more than at least 30 minutes in that question. Do a question. If at all, after 30 minutes, you've seen where you've reached, where watch a happen, go to the next question. Try to do whatever that you can do. Go to the next question. So long as you're not taking 30 minutes within a question. Trust me, after that exam, compare to a student who wanted to balance a question and he has done 3 questions, and for you, you've literally used a strategy and you've handled all questions, you're the one who will be laughing at the end of the day. Because number 1, you handled all the questions. For theory part, you had your sketches, and this will save you time. Whenever the examiner says like, maybe 30 minutes remaining, alafu kale kajasho kanaanza kutoka kwa mapua. Yeah, that sweat. I don't know why it normally comes out of the nose. That ka sweat. When the examiner says 30 minutes, probably you have not handled the theory. Because you had some sketches, it will help you to just copy paste very fast and very easy. Only. Have you gotten that strategy?
Yes, sir. I've gotten that point. Thank you very much.
Great. So that is always the way that you can always tend to use. If I told you that strategy, trust me, the exam paper that you'll be having will always be smiling at the end of the day. You'll always be smiling. I hope I've answered that question and that you've gotten it right. Any other question? Mwalimu is here to answer all our questions. Just ask a question where you feel like you need to be guided clearly. Mwalimu is here to answer the question. John, do you have any question? For those who have joined the chat, I've shared the link of the live Zoom in my comment section. If at all you want to join, you can join. Yes, John, question?
Is the leadership and management. Can you advise us to? Would you advise us to begin with the question with the rest of, let's say, question 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5? Can we start with any question apart from question 1? That case study question.
Sure, that is very okay. For leadership, you can always start with any other question. You can always start with question number 1, question number 5, question number, of course, 3. That one, you're not limited, or in that case, it is not a compulsory for you to start with question number 1. Always remember that question number 1 is always, this is always, of course, a case study question with 40 marks. And these 40 marks, of course, there are videos that I've done on the best strategy that you can always tend to handle the case study questions. So in that case, you're not restricted to start with question number 1, John. Is that okay? Any other question, John, probably? Any question? Today, I'm here to answer all your questions, guys. So make sure that, of course, you use this chance very well. You might not get this chance again. Peter is asking the pass marks for FMPFT MA. Pass mark for Kasneb will always be 50. It will never go below 50, never be lied to, regardless of how complicated the exam has been. Pass mark will always be 50. It will never go below 50. It will never go above 50. So, Muhesh is asking how are marks awarded when handling a FAR. So a FAR, you'll find that these are statement paper. And being a statement paper for financial reporting, this is always a secret. As I've shared, still I'm going to share again. The secret for handling, of course, FM, or rather the aspect of FR, this will always be the secret. You'll find that being a statement paper, at times it might take you a lot of time. Yeah, at times it might always take you a lot of time to handle this. So being a statement paper, this is how they always word FR. You'll find that at this point, there's that part whereby we have the theory part, yeah, and we have the computation part. So in handling a FAR, you'll find that the computation, majorly they'll always tend to ask statement questions. That is income statement, and probably your ask of a statement of financial position. So the best way you can always tend to go, or rather how they always tend to allocate the marks, maybe for income statement, there's a noise somewhere. So I'll wish those to mute first. So you'll find that at this point, maybe SAP, you've been given, say, like 10 marks. Okay? So what they can do, maybe in SAP, the entries that you've inserted, maybe there are 15 or 20 entries. So the allocation will be for any 10 correct entries, you earn all the 10 points. Or maybe for any 15 entries, you earn all the points. That is when it comes to the statement. And that's why I've always encouraged you guys that at any given point, whenever you're doing the statement paper, that is financial reporting, that is both advanced and FR intermediate, talk about financial accounting, talk about taxation, both advanced tax and public finance and taxation. Anytime you're handling these statement papers, always have the format. If you have the format right at the back of your mind, that is the best weapon, because you'll find that you'll be having a lot of direct entries. If you check it out clearly, out of the 10 marks, one that will require you to insert maybe the workings that will waste a lot of your time, maybe are like 2 marks. Or maybe ikienda sana, you get 3 marks. But 7 marks out of 10, they are always like 3 marks. I think I've shared this model in our revision. We have the revision that we prepared, of course. I've shown you how you can access the same. I've shared this model on how you can always take advantage of these 3 marks. So the allocation for a FAR is that for entries, they'll always tend to mark on the entries. If they have asked, say, 10 marks, 10 correct entries, you earn all the marks. Or if the entries are 20, any 15 correct, you earn all the 10 marks. So that's how they'll always tend to allocate. That's how they'll always tend to allocate the same. And at the same point, let me share with you this case. You'll find that for exam purposes, let me try if I can hear this. From last year, things have literally changed when it comes to setting exams. Things have changed. Let me share with you this one, guys, so that at least you should know or you should understand what Mwalimu is talking about. Things have literally changed a lot. And this is how the exams is always set. Don't start asking me if I'm an examiner. Don't start asking me if Mwalimu, are you an examiner? Yeah, I'm sharing with you this, of course, so that you should just be able to understand. So these are what I need to share with you. This is important. I think I shared this on a certain video that I did earlier, but still, of course, I can still share it right now. Just a moment here. It is important that you understand, like from the reason why you've seen a lot of students, mostly they're not performing well when it comes to more so advanced and a bit of intermediate. It is because of this change, whereby you'll always be required to, I just want to check that bit and share with us. This is a case, minute. I just want to share with you just a moment here, so that you should be able to understand that why is it that a lot of students nowadays actually, more so when it comes to intermediate, they're about things a bit not quite very okay. So I'm sharing with us this document, just a moment. So you'll be able to understand how, of course, the exams is always tested, or not tested per se, but how the allocation is always being done. Come on. Okay, so I must hide some things. That is okay. So this is okay. Let me share with you. See, these are how exams will always be allocated more. So this is actually from last year. See, so in terms of the aspect of examination allocation, you'll find that we have three categories, right? Remembering and understanding, applying and analyzing, evaluating and creating. So I'll explain to you guys so that you can be able to understand well. When you're talking about remembering and understanding, these are areas that will come directly from your notes. Whatever that you've studied from your notes, it will be tested directly. Whatever that you've studied from your notes, it will be tested directly from your notes. Which at this point, we can all agree and see that when it comes to, say, like, this is the foundation level, whatever that will come directly from your notes, it is 30 to 40%. That one, be sure they'll pick it up, copy pasting from your notes, to the exam bit. We have professional, which is intermediate level. So intermediate level, whatever, that's a sad truth. Whatever that will come directly from your notes, whatever that will come directly, it is 10 to 20 marks. You see, 10, 20 marks, expect that to come directly from your notes. And for advanced level, whatever that will come directly, copy paste from your notes, it is between 0 to 10%. That one, it will come directly from your notes. So the reason why Mwalimu always insists in each and every session that you've seen, I've always shared, is that for us to master the concept, to grasp the concept. So come to applying and analyzing. Applying and analyzing is a concept whereby you have studied, yes. So the paper will be tested in a way that, this is a concept that you've studied. Now, how can you be able to relate it with what is being tested at this point? It is not literally directly from your notes, but it is a concept that it is within your syllabus. Okay, so what you're being tested is that what is your analytical capability, that given a situation, how can you define that problem and get a solution? This literally involves both all the papers in CPA, all the papers in HED, all the papers that you'll be doing. Now, evaluating and creating, now you'll find that at this point, intermediate, applying and analyzing is where we have a lot of marks, 30 to 40%, whereas for advanced level, we have 20 to 30. When it comes to evaluating and creating, these are scenarios where you get this is a scenario where you get a question in an exam, then you'll be like, oh, it's Jawai, we've never been told this concept, it is not in your syllabus. No, it is within your syllabus. Only that the way it has been tested in a way that use your practical understanding to solve that situation. Use your practical understanding to solve that situation. See, so that's why you'll find that at this point, for foundation is between 10 to 20, for professional is 30 to 40, and for advanced level is 50 to 60. The reason why you find that in advanced level, kuna konga maneno. It's not that things are tough, no. It is because students majorly, the mistake that they normally tend to do, they normally tend to study on cramming. See, at this point, there's always a difference between learning and studying. I've always shared that. There's always a difference between learning and studying. So if you are if at all you are in advanced level, make sure that you're not studying. Make sure that you are learning. Make sure that you are learning, so that at any given point in time, you should always be prepared when it comes to such cases. When it comes to such cases, like for example, allow me to share this for students who are doing advanced. Advanced, you know, like things are literally changing a lot. I'll just give you this one question, and I don't know who is in advanced level here. For those who have joined, who is doing tax? I just want to ask a question to see how we can relate. Who is doing tax? For those who have joined, you can just chat on the group there. For those who are doing tax, there are so many things also in tax that have literally changed. I know, yes, some students are quite aware. Some students also are not very familiar with some changes. I was surprised the other time that a student was asking about clubs. You remember 2023 was when it comes to taxation of clubs, things literally changed, whereby the way we used to have like 75% not being above 75%, below 75%, things have changed. Let me just share with you this, so that you can have an idea of what Mwalimu is saying. We have this paper. You can request, of course, you can request for this block model paper. This one can be shared totally for free. You don't need to worry about the same. This model paper, where is it? I just want to show you something here. Let me show you this bit. You'll find that these are things that these are block model paper 1 in tax. There's a question for club in our model paper, and I was kind of I felt so sorry to majority of the students because they are not aware that taxation of clubs, by the way, it has changed. Members club don't apply the rule of 75%. That rule is no longer applicable. It's no longer applicable. That should be model paper 2, I think. Of course, you can request for this paper. This one can be shared literally for free. Don't worry about the same. That should be block model paper 1. And let me see. That should be block model paper 1. I know the question that majority are familiar with it, but remember the aspect of applying the new rates, it has literally changed. See, this is a question for club in our block model paper, which we did. I was so surprised that majority of the students, you'll find that probably is a question that you are familiar with. But what has literally changed is only the application of whatever that was amended in the Finance Act 2020-2023. Like where we used to have percentages, this time we don't have percentages. You see, like 75% cutoff, it is totally different. The same case will apply to majority of even tax intermediate. There's that aspect of capital gain tax. Capital gain, initially, whatever knows that you are having or whatever that you're doing, we were doing capital gain at 5%. But remember, there's a change in rate of 15%. So these are some of the areas whereby, if you check whatever that I've shared with you, in this case, whereby are you able to relate with the changing trend, evaluating and creating? Are you able to apply whatever that you studied in this question? So these are some of the things that you're looking at. These are some of the things that we are looking at. So I believe I've answered the question that was asked, of course, in the chat. That was who had asked that question. Yeah, Muhesh, I believe your question has been answered clearly, right? I believe your question has been answered clearly, Muhesh. Probably any other question? Any other question? I'm seeing, yes, Peter, Msioka, you having a question that you want to ask? Peter, question. I can see Brian has joined. Brian, do you have any question that you wish to ask? This is the best time. You don't have any other chance that you can have with Mwalimu to ask all these questions, right? Mostly if you're not paying. So take advantage of this chance. Brian, question? Maybe this month, could you be having any question? John, any other question that you might having again? Monday? We go to our chat here. Daisy, she's asking, yes, Daisy, you can literally get the block model papers for FM. If at all you can join the chat right now, I can literally just attach it on the chat. That is the Zoom chat. I can literally attach it there right away. Or the best way you can do, just chat us right now on 254-708-068-851. We share the block model paper right away. You can just chat on that. Then we'll share, of course, the block model paper right away. For those who are interested in the block model paper, you can just chat right now. Then that will be shared right away. Probably any question before Mwalimu, of course, leave the chat. So as I've said, for those who are interested in the block model paper, of course, plus the videos, you have to prove. I've given you a very nice, of course, offer. At this point, if you go to our platform, right? If you go to the platform right now, in reality, you said you can't start studying all the topics, so you must be having the strategy. And that's why I've told you, like, for those who have created your account, of course, on the blog, or rather on our platform, we have an area of coursework and you have an area of revisions. So what you need to do specifically, if at all you're doing these December exams, come to revisions. If you come to revisions, at that point, you'll find that, let me just go to revisions. So if you come to revisions, you'll find that, of course, these units are showing 2.5, but as I've said, on your end, you have to prove that, of course, I don't know what is happening with my internet. You have to prove that you've attended this. You see, instead of you paying the 2.5 for these revisions, you'll only pay 1,500 per unit. I know on the application, if you go right now, it's showing 2.5, but you must prove that you watch this video for you to earn that discount of 1,500 only per paper. That is, you'll get to access the videos revisions, of course, and other materials that we've shared, which will be of great help to you this coming December. So for those who have literally requested for the block model paper, the theory Q&A, this is literally shared for free. This one is going to be shared for free right away, So in that case, probably any other question, before Mwalimu wishes us the best in our exams? Any other question before Mwalimu wishes us the best in our exams? I hope let me check. So trending charms give a summary of the topics that I should properly prepare for before in the intermediate level. So you'll find that in this case, I've literally shared the same, I think, and there are no specific areas, but with the blog that you've shared, of course, I've given you a very clear guide, which you can take advantage of the same. Great. So as we are summarizing, make sure that for those, April is not far. For those who are planning or will be planning to do the exams in April, as I've advised you, the best secret is to start early in advance. I think the next video that I'll be doing, I'll be sharing, of course, what other skills that you must be having. Because nowadays, you find you clear your CPA, your intermediate level, you're in advanced level. But when it comes to practical skill, wow, things are not good, right? When it comes to practical skills, majority of the people, whatever they normally tend to answer on the interviews outside here, you're just like, now, how will I assist this person of mine? See, even if you have a connection, how will you assist this person? And yet, a very simple concept when it comes to whatever that I'd expected you to study when in class, you don't have. So, of course, I'll be sharing that as we proceed. And to this point, I just want to wish you nothing but the best, guys, as you prepare for your exams with this remaining period, like 10 to 12 days. I just want to wish you nothing but the best, all the best. You just use a strategy that Mwalimu has shared with you. And I know, as at the end of the day, all of us will just be smiling. That one I'm very sure. As at the end of the day, all of us will just be smiling. Yeah, so that point, all the best. And of course, I'll be seeing you guys as we proceed. On the chat, Peter Omondi, Dismas, John, great. So you guys have all the best. For further communication, for further advice, of course, reach us out on the number 0708 068 851. We'll be here to assist you guys. Thank you so much for attending this live, and